Get him up!
No more.
Move him out!
We want to know what's bothering you in the world of sports. Give Murph a call at 312-644-6767. That's 312-644-6767. And tell him what's beefing you in the world of sports. What's Your Beef is brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering.
It tastes better, especially that $49 football party special. Having everybody over for the big game. Sunday, what you do, just say, hey, come on over to my house. I'm treating. You get the Browns $49 football party special. I'll tell you a little more about it in a few minutes. Let's get to the phone lines, see what you are beefing about today. It's Murph till 2, and I'm driven to you by ChevyDriveChicago.com. Let's start with John in Rolling Meadows. Hello, John.
Hey, Murph, how are you?
Fine, John. What's your beef?
My beef is with the Chicago Bulls. I mean, every game that they play, every loss that they take, they say the same thing, tongue-in-cheek. Well, we're trying, we're doing this, injuries are causing us problems. You know what? Don't you just step right up to the plate and say, you know what, we're trying to straighten this thing out. It's not working very well. And the players are told what to do, or what to say to the media.
I don't think the players are told what to say, but John, I know what you're saying, and there's one guy that never says the company line, and it's Jim Boylan. I got to say, I'm impressed with him, John. Maybe you agree. He'll say, hey, we had no energy. We weren't committed.
I like what he said.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he steps up to the plate. I wish the rest of them would do that. It's ridiculous.
Well, he says it. There's no intensity, and then you look at Dennis Savard, and I don't know what's going on at the United Center, but both teams have laid down on specific games recently.
What they ought to do? They ought to spray the place down for germs, clean it up, and let's see if that helps.
I like that. Hey, you're a winner. Go visit my friends at Brown's. It tastes better. All right, John? All right, buddy. Hey, Joe Ostrowski, hook up John there on line 2, would you, man? Send him over to Brown's, probably lunchtime today, and you say, hey, I'm going to go to Brown's. Lunch, the beefs, the Italian sausage, it all tastes better. Let's bring up Chris from Joliet. Hello, Chris.
Hey, how's it going, Murph?
Fine, Chris. What's your beef?
My beef is with the Sox fans who are still pissing and moaning that the Sox didn't sign Aaron Rowan or Torrey Hunter. I just think they need to get past it, move on. It's not going to happen. Neither one of those guys are coming here.
For the record, Chris, are you a Sox fan or a Cubs fan?
I'm a Sox fan.
All right, because it makes a difference, Okay,
difference.
Continue. Go on. Continue, please.
I just think, looking at the teams, I mean, they're not that bad. Kenny Williams, he's going to do whatever he can to make the team better. Sometimes, whatever he tries doesn't work out, but at least he's trying to move forward, and he's trying to get the guys in here that he needs. And I just think that, looking at Aaron Rowan especially, I know people are in love with him still from 2005, but I'm wondering if John DeWan goes and looks and sees how much of a percentage Aaron Rowan had to do in the White Sox wins. I don't think people are going to find out that it's as high as they think.
Well, you know what? John DeWan can do that with the what they call the win share, shares of victories. Each guy is allotted through the computers. I'll have John DeWan. Hey, rack that up there, please, Tim Bach, and we'll replay this soundbite next Tuesday at noon for John DeWan. I'll have him work on it this week, Joliet, Chris.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, pal. Appreciate it very much. Very good. What else is very good? Browns. Man, you know what? The jumbo buffalo wings, they're flying off the shelves at Brown's. 312-644-6767. When someone hangs up, that's when you dial in. We'll get you in, we'll get you out. Best Beefs win a trip to the best beefs. Italian beefs at Brown's. John is in Lombard. Hello, John.
Hey, Murph, what's going on?
Hey, you sound in too good of a mood to be beefed off about something. What's your beef?
Well, I got so many beefs just like Browns, boss. Just keep it to one.
All right.
My beef is with Kenny Williams for thinking that all Sox fans are stupid. He says that over the weekend that when he signs a player, he's looking for players that got Chicago attitude. Well, you know what? Didn't Torrey Hunter have Chicago attitude? Didn't Aaron Rowan have Chicago attitude? You know what? I'm tired of him saying that when it's about the money. It's always about the money, even when they say it's not about the money. Just come up forward and say, you know what? We're not going to sign him because he costs too much.
It's always about the money.
We're sunk, and we'll have to pay through the nose, and you know it.
Thanks for your call.
Heck, I'll come out to your house and give you this money.
Let's go to Charlie from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Hello, Charlie.
How you doing, bud?
Fine, Charlie. What's your beef from Wisconsin?
Hey, I think the Cubs are fine at second base, and I think they should point all their attention to Yohan Santana, and I'll tell you why.
All right.
I think the dark horse in the Central is the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, Dusty Baker.
Yep, and they have a left-handed hitting team.
Well, you know what? There's fewer and fewer left-handed hitters in the National League Central, but they're always out. John Lieber cannot really retire left-handed hitters, but I think John Lieber was a great pickup. But we'll keep an eye on that, Charlie. Charlie.
Hey, you got some beef.
Charlie's saying maybe Dusty Baker's Reds. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Let's change the subject.
Dusty. Murph for Browns. Tell you what, let's catch up on a couple things. Second round of phone calls when we return. 312-644-6767. Browns and lunchtime and the beefs and the Italian sausages. Don't forget the $49 football party special when you have the gang over at your house for the big game on Sunday. Sports Radio 670. It's The Score.
Move 'em on, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, raw high. Hit 'em out, ride 'em in, let 'em in, let 'em out, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, raw high.
Everyone apparently in the industry knew that the broadcasters, Harry Carey and Milo Hamilton, had a major beef with each other.
Welcome back. What's your beef? And as always, our friends at Browns say lunchtime beefs and Browns go hand in hand. Man, I'm hungry right now. Don't forget also the best beefs on What's Your Beef. Win a trip to Browns. Let's bring up Bob has been holding. He's in Naperville. Hello, Bob.
Hey, Murph, this beef is full of peppers because it's got me steamed up.
All right.
Certain columnists in the paper today given the forum to let somebody speak on behalf of the Native Americans and take offense to Dennis Savard's post-game comment.
Well, here's the headline in the Sun-Times. Let's see here. It's Carol Slazak wrote it, Commit to Tastefulness. And it's the reference to, commit to the sweater, commit to the Indian. Headline says, though Blackhawks fans quickly have taken to Savard's motto, it hasn't gone over well with the Native American community, and she does meet and quote the executive director up on the north side over there at the American Indian Center, so the fans know what you're looking at. Bob, continue, please.
Well, Murph, he was quick to point out that he could use some money and he could use some renovations to his building, but what he must not know, or Carol Swayzak, is the Blackhawks emblem comes from a World War I Air Force troop. It has nothing to do with Native Americans. So, can't do nothing about them spearing fish in Wisconsin, but leave my hockey team alone.
Well, Bob, I'm sure that the World War I is an interesting story, but I would imagine that then it derived originally from the Black Hawk tribe. But, Bob, that's why we have What's Your Beef. I appreciate hearing from you, buddy. Hey, listen to me again. I must not have sounded good enough the first time. Let's go to, certainly I know I did not. Perry is a car phone. Hello, Perry.
Hey, Murph.
Hey, Perry. What's your beef?
I got to tell you, my beef is with the White Sox and Kenny Williams in particular. I am one of the fans who go there to the game.
Right.
We split a season, and people want to forget the fans, including myself, have been filling that place up for the past 3 years. And, Kenny's smug attitude about, we do the things to win around here. We want the guys that come over here to win. We spend the money kind of attitude. If that's so true, what are they doing with rookie in center field who hasn't proven himself? What are they doing going for a World Series contender, and 2 years later you're fighting for last place with the Royals? Any sound organization doesn't go from first to last in a matter of a year and a half.
Well,
so, and then, I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
Yeah, and then the other thing, too, the White Sox fans, his whole attitude up there is, I do everything right, don't question the attitude. That's part of the problem with this organization. And I wasn't in line, one of the 100 people in line to get Tomey's autograph, but to stand out in line for 7 hours, paying to go to Sox Fest, you have to get a room to go into that forum, and you have to buy a room, and then to stand in line all day and be told at the last minute, by the way, Tomey can't make it, he's at a wedding, is disgusting.
Bob, I said that earlier, and Perry, right now. Tell you what, Perry, I'm going to react to a few of that little in and out on your phone there, so I'm going to spring you loose. But thanks for checking in. Phone again, all right, Perry?
All right.
All right, now, there was obviously a problem, and has been talked about a little bit, and Jim Thome has signed hundreds, I guess, I read or heard of, autographs, and those will be distributed in some method, not necessarily the folks that stood in line. These autograph lines have become, in my opinion, a real problem at all the fests. Now, for the record, let the record show, I don't normally ever go into the Cubs Fest or into the Sox Fest, though I've seen on TV with these long, queue of lines lined up, standing in line, or in New York, standing on line, as they say. But you know what? There's got to be a better method where, like when you're standing in line at the stinking deli and you get a number 1, number 2, number 4, and then they have it up there, you know what? Give the fans a number. Let them continue to, walk around, check everything out, and then maybe, you know what, the next 25 come up now. There's got to be a better method. I'm sure Brooks Boyer and the Cubs guys over there will work on that. As far as the comments about Kenny Williams being arrogant, now, I don't know if Kenny's an arrogant fella or not. I do know one thing, and I learned this years ago in radio, and you've probably learned this in your walks of life also. Perception is reality. Now, it sounds like an old, hackneyed, overused expression, right? But it's true. See, the reason it's an old, overused expression is because it's true. What people perceive is what they believe to be the truth, what they believe is the reality. And right now, Sox fans perceive Kenny Williams as being arrogant. Whether Kenny is or not, I'm not here to judge. I don't know if Kenny's arrogant. But the Sox fans have perceived that Kenny, in reality, is arrogant. And that cannot be disputed. Let's go back to the phone lines. What's your beef? And, you'll be beefing when you have everyone come over for Super Sunday at your house. And you don't have food laid out. Here's what you do. Do it right now. I read this stat. Did you know about this? 1 in every 4 Americans will go to a party to watch the Super Bowl. And 1 in every 10 of us will host a party Sunday at your house. Here's what I say. Why cook? Why clean? Let Browns take care of it. Browns $49 football party special. Go to brownschicken.com. Find the Browns nearest you. Got a lot of people coming over. Maybe you get 2 of them. Get 3 of them. Order the football party specials. You get the chicken. You know the chicken is the best. The famous pasta, the Italian beef, the Italian sausage, the French bread rolls, the pepper, the jardiniere. You get it all. It's Browns. $49 football party special. Okay. Eat a couple of those right now. Fred from Munster, Indiana, has his car radio up, and I love it. Hello, Fred.
Hi, Murph. This is beef for all my fellow Bears fans that were happy with this season because of the fact that we beat the Packers twice, and also a coaching staff that thought that was so important. Isn't the Super Bowl the final thing that we want to win, not beating the Packers? Well, our priorities are backwards.
Well, of course, you're right. And when Lovey got the job, he said, I have 3 goals. And a lot of fans, not you, but a lot of fans have sort of mixed this around and thrown it back at him. He said, I have 3 goals, and I want to beat the Packers twice. I want to win the division, and I want to win the Super Bowl. And all 3 of those are obviously the goal. Fred, thanks from Munster, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much. Let's go to it's a hungry animal over there. Tom is in Romeoville. Hello, Tom.
Hey, Murph, how are you today?
Hey, good, Tom. What's your beef?
Well, my beef, I don't want to, it's winter time, and we're on the Cubbies right now.
Uh-huh.
But 99 years, and we have a pitcher that's out there, Johan Santana, and we have one of the top 10 farm systems in all of baseball. Why can't we give him take that salary for 5 years or whatever it is? 99 years we've been waiting, Murph. It's time.
Remember the 99 bottles of beer on the wall? Remember that old song, Take One Off and Pass It Around? Now there's 98 bottles. This is going the other direction. The number keeps getting bigger instead of getting smaller.
Murph, it's ridiculous that we have to, I'm 37. I'm not as old as you are.
Nobody's as old as I am.
Oh, you said that. I didn't say that, Murph. But to wait this long, and we have the nucleus. We really do. We finally have it, and we need a number 1 starter to push us over the top, and we can't get him.
Well, yeah. See, the thing is, theoretically, you have a number one starter. You're giving $18 million to Zambrano. Hey, I'm the first one to say spend all the money. They do have a payroll that's up there pretty high, but you know what? If they want to go for it all, maybe that's time to back up and bring the sack of money out and 4 or 5 young minor leaguers. I appreciate it very much.
Air your beef.
And let's go to my final beefer of the day. Everyone's going to Browns, I'll bet you. Gene from Cicero.
My beef's with the White Sox organization. They're charging premium prices for some games. Why don't they charge half price for games like the Baltimore Orioles or the lower rated teams?
Well, you know what? It's a backwards thing. They might tell you, well, we are, because we're charging double for when the Red Sox and the Yankees and the Twins or the Indians come in on those Saturdays, Sundays, and the big games in the summer. So it is half price for the Orioles, no?
Nah, they're making enough money over there. They could charge half price anyway.
Thank you very much.
Heck, I'll come out to your house and give you this money.
Another fun, lively session of What's Your Beef? Murphapalooza till 2, back in a flash. Hey, you know what? At 1 o'clock, we're going to bust down the locker room wall because Jesse goes in it. We're going to find out what's really going on behind the scenes of What's Your Beef, concluding right now. Hey, what's your beef? Oh, we have a little technical problem. That's fine. Appreciate it. What's Your Beef? Brought to you by my friends at Browns. It tastes better.